Welcome to the Bi-Weekly Show. Amazing things have happened so far in 2016. Leo's Oscar, Dr. Brower's hair implants, fantastic stuff. Of course, North Korea are still being and calf smoothies aren't 24/7, but you can't have everything. I'm sorry it's been a while since our last episode, and I'd like to thank our many fans for telling us to continue our award-winning show into this semester. By many fans, I mean my mom. And by award-winning, I mean most censored. On Conspiracy Watch, we have ugly Ian McShane, Haim Saban. For those of you who don't know who Haim Saban is, he is not the coach of Alabama's football team. He is the chairman of Univision, which just bought TheOnion.com. Seriously. He's one of Hillary Clinton's highest donors and describes himself as, quote, a one-issue guy, and my one issue is Israel. News sources like The Intercept are skeptical if Onion articles criticizing Israel, like Israel calls for increase in U.S. taxes to fund attacks on Gaza, will still be allowed. Saban says, channeling his inner Oprah, that if a global nuclear deal with Iran puts Israel's securities at risk, then Israel should bomb the living daylights out of those sons of bitches. You get a bomb, you get a bomb, everybody gets a bomb! But seriously, this is the head guy of the company that now owns The Onion. Speaking of the possible apocalypse, Donald Trump is still running for president. When asked about how the KKK is now supporting his campaign, Trump immediately denied KKK support and reprimanded them. Right?
Will you unequivocally condemn David Duke and say that you don't want his vote or that of other white supremacists in this election?
Well, just so you understand, I don't know anything about David Duke, okay? I don't know anything about what you're even talking about with white supremacy or white supremacists. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, did he endorse me or what's going on? Because, you know, I know nothing about David Duke. I know nothing about white supremacists. And so you're asking me a question that I'm supposed to be talking about people that I know nothing about. If you would send me a list of the groups, I will do research on them, and certainly I would disavow if I thought there was something wrong. But you may have groups in there that are totally...
What? Trump took his comments back. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Oh, sorry, I guess my earphone is conveniently broken. Sorry about that. Well, he gave it the old Trump University try. At first glance, Trump not condemning the KKK leaders because he doesn't know anything about them seems bigoted, misinformed, racist, and stupid. But at second glance, it makes perfect sense. Like Trump with KKK leaders, I personally am neutral about Bin Laden and Hitler because I never had a chance to know them or grab coffee with either of them. Holocaust? Meh. Who are they deep down? What were their hopes and dreams? Although I did go out to dinner with Kim Jong-un last week, he had to drain the supreme bladder right as the bill came. The guy is such a... No more bleeps left for tonight? Okay. Speaking of blonde people that ran for president, Harrison Wise will be our guest right after our newest educational segment. Today, we have our very pretentious guest, Dr. Connor Bowles.
Thank you, but I prefer turgid.
Okay, so can you give me the lowdown on books this season?
I'd love to give the audience the quick and dirty on books this season. Let's start out with a light love story, the type of story where you're able to curl up by a fireplace and easily finish within a few short hours. Crime and Punishment by Frodo Dodo Guy.
Dodo Guy. Is that a 50 Shades of Grey sequel?
No. This is not a book you can give to your 10-year-old, although my parents gave that to me when I was a wee lad. If this story doesn't tickle your fancy, there's also a book by a fellow doctor.
Are there social awareness book options, ones that are more basic?
Basic? Other than the stories on Chipotle cups? I'm glad you asked. My current new favorite addresses STD awareness. Moby Dick.
Thank you so much, Connor. After the break, your ASB president, Harrison Wise, will fight AJ Borland in a Jello wrestling match to the death. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Bi-Weekly Show. We have Harrison Wise, our ASB president, with us here today. Harrison, thank you so much for being on.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely.
Excited to be here.
Few questions. The first one, is your first order of business as president to build a wall around Azusa Pacific and make them pay for it?
I'm going to say the rumors are true.
It needs to be done. We all know what they're capable of, all of them, each and every one. So your sister before us was ASB president as well?
Yeah, you know, some say it runs in our genes. She's actually like a size 22. I'm a size 32, so I don't know if that actually is how it works.
32?
But 34 sometimes, you know.
Did you have a bonding time in Spain this summer?
Yeah, we actually backpacked across all of Spain this summer.
Any kind of spiritual moment where the baton was passed between the two of you, or any advice she had?
And there was this time when, you know, it was just pouring rain. We had a huge mountain to climb, and she thought she couldn't make it anymore. And, you know, she told me to leave her, and I just couldn't get myself to do that with, you know, her being the president before and, like, me maybe being the president later. Mm-hmm. And so I said, you know, like, get on my backpack, I'll take your backpack. And I carried her up the mountain, then down the mountain, then back up the mountain because, you know, she missed the view at the top. We needed to take a picture.
Oh, so did you put her in her backpack and then that in your backpack?
Yes, all three were in my backpack.
Okay.
Yes.
Which is why she wanted the view, because you forgot to.
Because I forgot to unzip at the top, yeah.
Okay. Your policy, you were talking about maybe some ice cream changes?
Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, they actually changed the ice cream soft serve to frozen yogurt. I'm not a frozen yogurt kind of guy. Yes, it might be creamier, but who cares? I like ice cream. So
Yes.
I'm looking to make that change back to regular ice cream instead of that frozen yogurt stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing here.
Freaks me out.
Yeah.
If you had to choose a spirit animal, what would it be?
Oh, spirit animal.
Also, it can't be Bobby B. That's mine. But
That was my second one. Man, I'm thinking probably Dean Jeff Bolster.
Dean of Students.
Partially because of the good looks.
He does have more hair than Bobby B. So.
Yeah, the hair is a big thing, but, you know, partially just a great guy. I want to be like him. Definitely my spirit animal.
You heard it. Bolster spirit animal, ice cream. He'll put us on the back. Thank you so much for being here.
That's it. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
We'd like to dedicate tonight's episode to the memory of Governor Jeb Bush.
Saying goodbye to a loved one is never easy. Who can forget saying goodbye to their first pet or grandparent? We at the Bi-Weekly Show are saying goodbye to the election season's most beloved figure, Jeb Bush, or Jebra. Not even polling at a consistent 3% could stop this little engine that could from continuing his pointless campaign. His impeccable credentials, including "my dad and brother were president, so I get to inherit it," fell on deaf ears as his campaign continued to fall behind more handsome nominees, Rubio and Sanders. Rest easy, Jeb.